tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Dallas Mavericks. To Valanciunas, and he'll go to the foul line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Jonas Valanciunas has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 78% at the line. First try, no good. He missed a pair of free throws.
Hey, check up, let's go. Come right.
Brunson. No good. And look out. So
Get out of here,
so
boy.
good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Holiday in possession. Leads a bucket. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Yeah, you gonna end up
That's
quitting.
what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Make you quit. Gonna make you quit.
Grizzlies at the controls right now.
Man, you suck. Ah,
It's
come on.
rebounded by the Mavericks.
What you gonna do?
Here comes the screen. The jumper's
Man,
off the mark.
you ain't gonna score.
Pass stolen by the Mavericks.
That was a bad pass.
Brunson to Luka Doncic.
Ah,
Hardaway. Valanciunas with the rebound.
thanks, huh?
To Jaren Jackson. Not that time. Brunson to Luka Doncic. Swings it. Porzingis. That's what you come
About
to
time.
expect. Your best players making baskets.
Just remember an old saying here, you're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in, so it's time to get going.
Me and you.
4-3. Off the mark.
2K is so much better.
Brunson going to launch beyond the arc. The rebounds pulled down by the Grizzlies. Holiday controls the basketball. 2-point advantage. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Oh, come on, bro. I knew it.
Best believe that every one of those that goes in fills the confidence meter.
Porzingis to Brunson. Lets it fly from long range. Valanciunas there for the board. To Jaren Jackson. Kristaps Porzingis rejects it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
From long range, that bottled Kyle Anderson well defended. Porzingis to Luka Doncic. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Brunson for.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I called it. I knew he was gonna quit.
Let's go, Swan. Oh, y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna get Kendrick in that LOX, huh? Yeah. Y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna get that lock in Kendrick? That Styles P, that Jada, that Kendrick. Oh, y'all think it's games being played around here, huh? Well, they not. Ladies in the air.
The damage that we do is severe. The reinvention of the fresh, brand new every year. Did them in his blood, flew in the air. We put that work on commercial. We flew in the lab. I hit the bar and the weights, then I'm doing the stairs. They say the Lord only knows what I do to my peers. Trying to sell the pursue my career. So I keep a tight circle, I don't move with the squares. Rock a rugby like pool, but put 2 in your ear. If you ain't qualified, then you should move to the rear. I'm from Yonkers, had to learn to conquer my fears. In the foreign, had to learn to conquer the gears. It's the kick drum, yeah, it's attached to the snare. I turn it to the back, then I crack it veneers. Stagnated on the block for wears. I'm in the mansion upstate, out back with the dance. Everybody back up, man down, back up. Don't play with me. I do you something dirty. You talk to me crazy. I do you something dirty.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. Tonight, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Shot from the lane won't go. To Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson with the dunk.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
Jaren Jackson has a chance. The jumper's off the mark. To Covington. Robert Covington with a strong finish.
What a
Okay.
move. But the move never should have happened in the first place, especially if there's communication.
Okay, we playing.
You have to let that guy
All
know.
right,
which
all
way
right,
you
all
can
right,
go
all right.
Defensively to where there's help.
Okay, son. Okay. Okay.
Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
To Kyle Anderson. Jaren Jackson. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Lays it up and in.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Not getting the bounce. To Covington. Stuffs it down with authority. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Teague with it up top. 8-2 our score. Wiggins to Teague. To Wiggins. Beyond the arc for 3. His first effort off the mark. To Valanciunas. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves. Wiggins. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. T. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Takes it coast to coast and a strong finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Wiggins to Towns. Wiggins. Fires the 3. It's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
Just does everything so well, and all around, very good player. Offensively, can knock down that shot, but better known for being a 3-and-D type wing who's a lockdown defender.
Jeff Teague, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
This is like a boxing match. If you fight against a great boxer, if he keeps jabbing you at the face, eventually that body will open up. You keep giving up layups like that, boom, a body blow is on the way.
Stuffs it down with authority.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Wiggins. To Covington. Here's a chance from long range. Well defended. Covington's a tough matchup. Anderson to Valanciunas. Karl Anthony Towns able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Teague with the basketball. They lead it by 14. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. He missed it to Wiggins. From long range. Off the iron. No good. Anderson to Jaren Jackson. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves. Teague to Wiggins. Towns to Covington. Wiggins to Towns. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well defended.
Show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
Holiday controls the basketball. Trailing by 14. From the painted area, won't go down. Teague with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Towns. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
One quarter in the books here on Christmas Day. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, and the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a killer. Playing no games with you. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you. I laid down the game for you. Taught you how to charge more than what they paid for you. Own the whole thing for you. Reinvest, double up, then explain for you. Gotta be love. Run the city, it gotta be cuz. It's for the pieces I took off the Monopoly board. Hey, y'all false claims, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth and you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up, what? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give a... Nobody tripping, handle business, got my digits up. And when I drop, you know I'm about to last time that I checked. It was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked.
We come to you from downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, the stars always come out to see greatness here in L.A.
From the bright lights of Hollywood to the bright lights on the hardwood, the Staples Center is rocking tonight.
Showtime always in this building, and we are ready to go. The opening tip corralled by the Lakers, and we're underway in downtown Los Angeles. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
James, shot off the mark. Good defense. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Cousins to James for 3. Not that time. Cousins to Davis. Gets a shot up off the mark. Davis to Kyle Kuzma.
Dang it, man. Who let the... I can't get out of here.
Davis buries it.
Crap.
Compares to AD offensively.
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
LeBron James. First couple didn't go. That one is true. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds. With the agilities of a guard, he can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
It goes down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Danny Green. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
To Davis. Fires the 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. And stuffs it home.
And no emotion, just that ice cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
James to Cousins. Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
LBJ has it. To Davis. Beyond the arc for 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Davis. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. LeBron into the front court. Down 5. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Across the timeline comes James. He'll run the offense. Not going down for him this time. To Caldwell Pope. Cleans it up. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
LeBron into the front court. His team down 9. Oh, a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
James and McGee there for the rebound. Goes to the right side. Caldwell Pope. To Cousins. Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
LBJ with it. To Caldwell Pope. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
James into the front court. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Down low, Boogie. Works it. Kyle Kuzma. Missed it. Kuzma to Caldwell Pope. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. JaVale McGee with a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
LeBron James, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Ooh, if I had that kind of vertical, I'd be throwing it off the glass and showing it out. But the coaching staff is probably okay with the easy lay right there.
JaVale
Get out of here, boy.
Huge block. That's out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron. And that's
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Off a Laker. Anthony Davis sends it away. Rises for the slam. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer, LeBron James. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better. Long key from 3/4 court. 1 quarter in the books here on Christmas Day. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Good start to this one. After 1 quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
To Cousins. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. It's James. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Caldwell Pope. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Here's a steal. Dangerous pass. To Caldwell Pope. Danny blocked away.
That was in the 15th row.
Huge denial.
Oh, man. What the crap? Woo. Got a teardrop that mug.
4 out of 10.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Great pass to set it up. James add 2 points to the board.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the trap.
James cleans it up. The follow won't go either. To Caldwell Pope. James. He engulfed him that time. LeBron with it up top. Lead is 2. Here's a chance from long range. To James. Nothing going here on that drive. The pass taken away by the Lakers. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
LeBron James, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. It's James controlling the offense. Goes to the left side. Kyle Kuzma. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
LeBron into the front court. Looking to make something happen from long range. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Anthony Davis with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Davis and a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
James, he's got it for three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Oh, whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. Los Angeles, they have it. James to Danny Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Danny Green to James. Lets it fly from long range. That no good, off the mark. Across the timeline comes James. Down two. Boogie abusing the rim. Big finish. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
To Kyle Kuzma. It's Kuzma up to block the shot.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To the rim, lays it up and in, and they pounce. And too much contact.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
LeBron into the front court. 2-point advantage. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron James. So it stays with the LA Lakers. LeBron James wants it. Just not going down. To Danny Green. Davis. James into the front court. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. Gets to the basket and scores.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
LeBron with it up top, trailing by 4. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Here's Davis. Gets a look. Can't hit. That's it for the first half. The Lakers have the lead.
That's a good first half.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Lakers at the controls right now. James to Kyle Kuzma. Cousins. LeBron James sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
LeBron into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Come on, man.
To Danny Green. Baseline drive. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Across the timeline comes James. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Gets it in the left corner to James. 4-3.
Oh, come on.
Getting the bounce.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
LeBron into the front court. Leads 4. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Throws it down.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Danny Green to James. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
LeBron James has got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Oh, I was dumb. I forgot which Laker I was. Oh, wow. I forgot which Laker I was. Wow. Okay. It's been a long day.
To create contact after the jump, that's how you get to the free throw line.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots, shooting 80% in this contest. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-2 shot. James into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
LeBron with it up top. His guys now down by a point. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance, but if you're able to do...
Oh, come on, man. For real? It's gonna be like that, bro?
all these things
You're having such a good game, man.
you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Kuzma. The pass
Oh,
taken
Lord.
away by the Lakers. Nice pass to set things up. And the slam.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Knocked loose. Kuzma. Davis.
Ooh.
That's usually
That
where
was
they go
ugly.
knocked down. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Cousins.
What the heck?
LeBron into the front court. They trail by 1. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
LBJ. It's a big finish.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Count the basket at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
DeMarcus Cousins pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Across the timeline comes James. The deficit now up to 5. To Davis. The pass taken away by the Lakers. James to Caldwell Pope. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
LeBron into the front court. Leads 5. To Caldwell Pope. Fires the 3. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Second one's no good. One more coming. It's James controlling the offense. JaVale McGee snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
That's what the King does. James, the quick catch and shoot there for 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. You need to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Smothering D. Anthony Davis. He's 3 for 7. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Lakers have the lead. It's Lakers ball as we start the 4th quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the 4th.
Green with a shot that won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
LeBron James with the rock. JaVale McGee to Danny Green. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. Kuzma. For three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
James into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Davis won't go down. To James. Down for McGee. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for two.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. LBJ has it to Caldwell Pope. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Cousins. And McGee there for the rebound. To Caldwell Pope. Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Beyond the arc for three. You give him that much time, he's going to make you pay. LeBron James with the three.
I know he's a value. Shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
To Danny Green. Oh, he had it.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
LBJ with it. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Kyle Kuzma. Short jumper off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jake.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Oh, Lord.
It's James. Well defended. To James. Anthony Davis tips it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
DeMarcus Cousins. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now. Los Angeles has the basketball. James. It's no good. Shots not going down.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
LeBron with it up top. Trailing by 15. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. LeBron into the front court. Down by 15. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended.
Shoot or shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Davis. And the finish. Slam dunk.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
It's James controlling the offense. Here's a chance from long range. And the rebound taken by Caldwell Pope. Count the bucket for 2.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Across the timeline comes James. It's an 11-point game. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
James. And it's Caldwell Pope with the rebound. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Here's James for 2. It's good. Lazy pass there, and it's intercepted. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one handily.
Tennessee. After the game, we're all thinking everything is normal, but the rumors get bigger and bigger that would replace Ray Graves after such an incredible year. So we knew things were different, but we didn't.
Not in the office today, but 2 of his assistants are. That's Teresa Armour, who steps into the office where Vicki Jones sits behind the desk. Armour escapes, while Jones suffers a gunshot wound to her leg. Her life is spared when Palmer realizes Cottrell isn't there and leaves. Teresa Armour runs for her life towards the lobby stairs. She ducks into an office. Palmer's right behind her, fully loaded. But he chooses to head down the stairs toward the exit. By now, the rest of the office knows there's an active shooter in the building and have notified police. Inside the squad car en route to the scene is Van Buren police officer David Passett. That's Palmer exiting the courthouse. It looks like he's ditched the overcoat. Corporal Passett is headed straight for him. Palmer fires a series of shots at Passett, but the officer escapes his vehicle with only minor injuries. Several other officers arrive, and this small town turns into a scene out of the Wild West. Officers eventually hit Palmer, and you can see him fall to the ground. They move to surround the gunman, who later dies at the hospital. Inside the courthouse, EMTs are treating the gunshot wound to Vicki Jones's leg. And luckily, no one else was injured during the shootout. This disturbing incident leads to increased security measures at the court, including metal detectors and a police deputy at the front entrance. Joining me now is Corporal David Passett from the Van Buren Police Department, who was driving the vehicle that was shot as he arrived at the courthouse. Thank you so much for joining us. That is incredible footage. What do you think when you look back on that?
How am I still alive? That was my first reaction. It was just, this is a miracle.
Take us back, if you will, to when you got the call that day.
Well, when I first got the call, I was told there was a fight in the courthouse. And that's all I knew when I hit lights and sirens trying to get through the traffic.
At what point did you realize that you were not responding just to a fight, but that you were dealing with an armed gunman?
I had an unmarked detective trying to tell me where the shooter was. And when he told me he's shooting you, and then I knew, my car was just getting ready. All I knew was I had glasses and the noise was crazy. And I just thought to myself, somebody just tried to kill me, so I've got something I've got to do.
So how did you handle it?
You can see in the video, Trailblazer come driving beside me. My detective, he drove his car in between me and the shooter. He got out of his car, I got out of mine, and we all kind of teamed up behind my car to figure out how we were going to handle this situation.
So your car's been completely shot up. Were you injured at all?
I had a shrapnel injury in my right calf.
Well, Corporal Passett, we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
That's all for this edition of Court Cam. I'm Dan Abrams. Thanks for watching. Hi everyone, I'm Dan Abrams, and this is Court Cam. First up, we head to San Diego, California. The defendant is Peter Robbins, one-time child actor and voice of beloved TV character Charlie Brown. He's in court for violating his probation for consumption of alcohol and removal of a GPS anklet. 2 years earlier, Robbins pled guilty to stalking his ex-girlfriend, Shauna Kern, and threatening a doctor who performed breast enhancement surgery on her. He was given 5 years probation. But today, Judge Robert O'Neill has revoked it, leading Robbins to reconsider his plea on the stalking charge.
Defendant Mr. Robbins is remanded without bail.
I'm withdrawing my guilty plea.
Good luck on that, Mr. Robbins.
Good luck to you.
Good grief. The judge just rejected Robbins' request to withdraw the guilty plea. He's furious and not shy about it.
To stay me in jail for 124 days? Do you have a conscience? I have not committed any crime. I'm telling you, I'm revoking, you revoke my probation, I revoke my criminal threat. I never criminally threatened this woman. In order for it to be a criminal threat, she has to believe that I would kill her. I wouldn't kill her. I have never had any violent behavior. I want a new trial.
As things continue to unravel, Robin's attorney speaks up.
I don't know if Mr. Robbins is what you're saying might be proceeding at this point.
The judge delays sentencing and orders Robbins to undergo a psychiatric evaluation. But not before Robbins takes the blockhead approach and gives the judge a parting shot.
I hope you drop dead of a heart attack. You stupid.
Robbins was deemed competent and ultimately found guilty of stalking and making criminal threats. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Next, we're in Miami, Florida, where Judge Nusheen Safi is about to recognize a familiar name on her bond hearing docket.
Johnny Ray Smith Jr. Oh my God.
These two have a storied history, and you're going to hear all about it.
The same charges, that same baby mama, she did the same thing that the wife did. I left the house like you told me.
In a previous domestic case, Smith was convicted of criminal mischief. Judge Safi advised that he leave the home where he'd been staying with the complainant. In that same case, Smith revealed to the court that he had fathered more than 30 children. And apparently still counting.
Remember, she was pregnant and she had another kid, so I'm at 40 now.
And that's your argument? Wait, that's your argument for you want me to let you out?
No, not that. No, listen.
You remember that birth control lecture I gave you back when you only had 31 kids?
Hey, listen to you, listen. I swear I just moved out. I stay on my own. I got a new girlfriend. That's what she mad about.
I don't blame her.
But listen, I left. I never went back to the house. I never called her.
You didn't listen to anything I said.
No, I did. I left. You told me to leave.
You also know the kids.
Similar to his previous case, Smith's charges today include criminal mischief and burglary related to incidents involving another mother of some of his children.
Yeah, I was
Mr. Smith, can I just be quiet for a minute?
Okay, no problem.
Try doing that for 1 minute, if you can.
All right.
As the judge goes through the case file, a public defender chimes in.
Your Honor's history with Mr. Smith and knowledge of Mr. Smith, as well as the allegations before the court at this point in
Just
time.
make it clear that my history with him is as a judge.
Mr. Smith.
You're not going to have to testify. You're going to get a bracelet.
Thank you.
Before they part ways, the judge also issues Smith a final warning.
If you come back with any other baby mamas, I'm going to revoke your bond and keep you in jail. Condoms, use them.
Okay.
Jury trial will be the 21st of January at 8:30.
Pampers, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand, helps keep baby skin dry and healthy. So every touch is as comforting as the first. Pampers, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand. Your dry skin story changes from one day to the next. Try Eucerin Advanced Repair and switch. It doubles your skin's moisture and repairs dry skin over time. So tomorrow can be a different story. Eucerin, recommended and used by dermatologists.
At the Persil Stain Lab, our scientists work hard. How hard? Well, they developed Persil OxyPower. It cleans more stains better than the #1 selling liquid oxy detergent. Boo.
That's Jokic at the line. You know, you talk about Paul Millsap. Kenny Atkinson is now an assistant coach with Ty Lue, and he used to talk about Paul Millsap from his days as an assistant in Atlanta before he went and did an outstanding job as the head coach of Brooklyn. And he said, Millsap, what people don't realize is he's just unbelievably talented. He used to play all of our guys one-on-one in Atlanta, our guards. He'd be beating them regularly. Millsap was always the champion. Think of those Atlanta teams, 60-win team under Mike Budenholzer. A lot of talented players on that team, and it was Millsap who would win those one-on-one games.
Oh, yeah. I don't think people really give Paul Millsap the credit for a player, kind of quiet, but this guy's a four-time All-Star. Let's just take a moment. Paul Millsap is a four-time All-Star. Just a great power forward for this Denver Nugget team. And you see here the replay. I don't know if that's a foul. I thought that was good defense.
George lobbing it, Zubac, and there's going to be another foul against Denver. And that one's going to put Denver over the limit and put the Clippers at the line. And you could hear the official saying to Mike Malone, got a wrist, Mike.
Yeah.
Zubac misses the first. Let's check in with Malika Andrews in Denver.
Well, Michael Porter, that possession didn't end the way that he wanted it to, but when I spoke to him by phone yesterday, he said that his goal this season is to emphasize defense, something that he says he knows has been a knock on him, and in order to become a better two-way player, even though it was a short off-season, he spent a lot of time in the weight room. He told me he added about 9 pounds of muscle, and he said that he wants to be the best player, and if he is the best players are not only guarded by the best, they also guard the best, and that's what he's working towards right now.
Yeah, Malik, it's such a good point, because if you want to elevate to that level, something Michael Malone talks to Porter about as well, you have to be two-way. You know, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James are obviously the gold standard, but that's what Porter hopes to ascend to as he fouls Beverly there. And Richard, the one thing Michael Malone talked about, and we heard Eric Spoelstra talk to us about it earlier today in regard to Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero, is the education that those players, as well as Michael Porter, got being in an extended playoff run and seeing what it was like to endure opposing teams targeting you on that end of the floor.
Yeah, that's a sunken place. You don't want to be in that dark place where teams are just going at you every possession on the offensive end. But I'll say this, it takes time. Michael Porter, he hadn't played much basketball the last 2 years, and it's great that he has these goals. But understand, it can take 3-4 years for these goals to come to fruition. So he's got to be patient and hardworking, not just hardworking.
Jokic, nice use of the window, 13 points, 5 rebounds.
His condition.
I don't know what his physical health is, but I know that he's maybe not as strong as he used to be. And so I would just ask Your Honor to consider allowing me to withdraw so that he can get an attorney that he can work with.
I previously ruled on your motion to withdraw, and nothing has changed in interim, so I'll stand by that ruling.
I'd like to represent myself, then, Your Honor.
That's right. If Shu can't have his way, then he'll just represent himself.
Well, I would strongly urge you not to do that. Mr. White's been a criminal defense attorney for as long as I can remember.
That's your opinion. I don't buy your opinion.
Well, it's fine, you don't have to buy my opinion, but he is a lawyer, and you're not.
I'm a better lawyer than you.
That's your opinion as well. If you want to proceed and represent yourself, we can do that. Jury trial will be the 21st of January at 8:30.
I need time to go through pre-trial motions.
January 21 at 8:30. Mr.
Yeah, but I
White.
have no time to go through pre-trial motions. What are you talking about, dude?
Sensing the escalating tension, 2 court officers step in behind Shu in case things get physical.
Well, the case has been pending for quite a while. Mr. White has been representing you for quite a while. So
Mr. White hasn't filed nothing. He just asked to withdraw 2 different times. You keep denying it.
Well, that's the way it is, sir. So we'll see you on the 21st for jury trial.
It looks like Shu's a little stronger than his attorney realized. Watch again, as Shu easily steps out of the wheelchair to flip the table. The officers force Shu back into the chair, but he's not going quietly. Shu ultimately ultimately kept White as his attorney, and it's a good thing he did. White worked a deal where Shue pled no contest to most of his charges and got a reduced sentence of 2.5 years in a county jail.
Next, we take you inside the Harnett County Courthouse in Lillington, North Carolina.
This is 61-year-old Freddie McAllister. He's being taken into custody for violating a court order in a domestic violence case. In a holding area attached to the courtroom, McAllister gets into a heated argument with a deputy. Then, he makes a break for it. The deputy takes McAllister to the ground, where the scuffle continues. The sound of the struggle catches the attention of Judge Paul Holcomb. The deputy appears to be in control of the situation. But then, McAllister makes a move for the officer's gun. And that's when Judge Holcomb decides to step in. With his help, they're able to restrain the enraged McAllister. Other deputies arrive to secure the area, and the potentially deadly situation is brought to a safe conclusion. Following the incident, McAllister received a combined 180 days in jail, 150 for violating the protective order, and an additional 30 days for contempt. He was also charged with resisting a public officer and escape from a local jail.
The defendant is guilty of 1, kidnapping and serious.
On an all-new court cam.
The convicted murderer stood just feet away from a devastated family.
What is the family's anger in Whitesburg, Kentucky?
He's pled not guilty to all charges, just as...
And in Atlanta, Georgia, outside a courthouse,
an SUV barrels over the sidewalk. The driver's armed with multiple guns and explosive devices.
Court cam. All new episodes return Wednesday, January 6th at 9 on A&E. T-Mobile is upgrading its network at a record pace. We were the first to bring 5G nationwide. And now that Sprint is a part of T-Mobile, we're turning up the speed, upgrading over 1,000...